Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Season is over. Now it's time to start cleaning stuff. So I got this tank on the back of my truck that you see me haul with all year during maple season, and this thing is pretty disgusting. You can see all the black bacteria in there. So tried to clean that thing out a few times throughout the season, but by the end of the season it's pretty nasty. So we're gonna pull this off the back of the truck, drop it down here on the ground. We'll pressure wash it out. We'll get that off, get that done, and then we're gonna head up to the pump house. I've got permeate in one big tank from the last time we RO'd, and I'm gonna use that. I'm gonna start cleaning tanks up there in the releaser. So here we go. So I was up to D&G yesterday. They had their open house, and I was working not far from there, like an hour and a half down the road, and they got tanks, like pre-made hauling tanks. And I looked at one yesterday, and they wanted like almost 10 grand for it. It's a 2,800 gallon stainless steel tank. So what my goal is at some point is to buy a 5,500 GMC or Chevy, and then just a cabin chassis, and then buy one of those tanks and put it on the back. That way I can make one trip a day instead of 10 trips a day. So, but for now, this tank works good.
Still sap in that?
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's gonna stink.
That's gonna be disgusting.
Ooh.
Let that drain out for a minute.
Ah, he might try licking that up.
Get out of here.
Go.
So what I like to do when I'm trucking, a lot of times at the end of the day, I'll open up this valve and just let that little bit of sap drain out of it, so that way it's not sitting in there all the time. But it's the end of the season now. It doesn't matter much now, but we'll get everything all cleaned up nice and pretty and put away for next year. We'll pull this valve off quick, because when I drop this tank out of this truck, it's going to sit down on that end first.
No. I knew it. Gross. Come on, bud. Come on. Oh. It has chunks in it.
Yeah.
Nasty.
Well, it wouldn't have been that way if they drained it. You know, it's been sitting in there for a week.
Mm-hmm.
My truck. Look at it. It finally looks like a truck again. No gas as usual. I bet we don't have any gas here. Oh, I'm gonna be irritated if we don't have gas. I think the old man took the gas cans to get gas or something, and they're not here. Well, this operation's coming to a stop. Hon, I don't find it funny. You know how I'm on limited time. I have limited time now that I'm back to work. I have Saturday and Sunday. That is like nothing. So I can't fire up the pressure washer, so gonna have to go get the gas cans with my car. Hopefully I got gas in one of them. Come back here, fill this thing up, and then I was not going to rinse it out, but let me show you the inside of this. You want to see something pretty disgusting? I think you need to see this. That's the case of 70-degree weather at the end of the season, the last 3-4 days of the season, and that's how fast and white crops grow. So no big deal. We'll get it cleaned out. I got to go get some gas. Found some gas up at the pump house. Filled up the pressure washer. We're going to wash this tank out quick. Leaking gas right out of the carburetor. There's something seriously wrong with this. Might not start. Why is it that everything I have is junk? See,
That's brand new.
This is 4 or 5 years old now.
Not really. You replaced that, remember?
No. You wonder why I get irritated. It's like,
I thought you were calm now. I thought you were reborn. I thought you were settling yourself down.
I am settling myself down, but when things don't go the way they're supposed to, I get irritated. I don't know what to tell you. I think we have the same problem with the lawnmower. It's this gas. It's non-ethanol gas. It messes with the carburetors. I think the needle and seat is stuck, or the float's messed up on the lawn tractor, and now it's doing it on the pressure washer. So I put that gas in there not realizing I put it on choke. Well, gas has been running right out of the side of the carburetor, so now it's probably flooded right to the max. Today's gonna be one of those days. So I got the carburetor torn off my pressure washer, as you can see right here. Got the fuel line pinched off, got the start switch wires off it, the air intake's off it, the carburetor's over here. Garage is a disaster. It's been that way since maple season. Gotta get this clean too. But so I got the bowl off the bottom of the carburetor right here, and this is the float. I'm thinking that the float was hanging up, and it seems like it's working pretty good. The only other thing I think it could be would be the needle and seat, but I'm gonna run to town here quick and get a thing of carb cleaner. I'm gonna get 2 of them. Give this thing a good cleaning and hopefully it works. Should have been pressure washed by now, that tank. 15-20 minutes to do that. Now we're gonna turn this 15 to 20 minute job into 3-hour job. Brenna's supposed to be coming out here. We're gonna head to town, grab some carb cleaner, come back, give this thing a good cleaning, put it all back together, and hopefully it works. Ready, bro? What took so long?
Got it. I can drive you.
No, I'm driving. I got it back together, minus the air filter and air box, but we're gonna see if this thing will run. So look at that. One pole started right up. About 2.5 hours later, clean that tank. All right, pressure washer worked fine. Still, once in a while, like it looks like there's fuel dripping out of it right now, actually. I don't know, there's something wrong with that needle and seat or that float or something, but anyways, I got the tank pretty well clean. I'll show you what it looks like. Big difference from the beginning, that's for sure. Still a little bit of stuff down in there, but we'll put some food grade acid in that. We'll fill this tank right to the top with some water, and then the rest of that stuff, they'll eat the rest of that stuff right off that plastic. So we're all set here. I'm gonna put the pressure washer in the back of my truck, a couple other things, and we're gonna head up to the pump house and start washing those tanks. Okay, so we finally made it up to the pump house. I've got everything ready to roll, pressure washers in here. So I'll show you how I do this at the end of the season. What I did is when we RO'd the last time, I saved the permeate, which is the water, and that's the water, which I got way more than enough. So what I'll do is I got my submersible pump down in there, and I'm gonna use this water to clean this tank, which is pretty disgusting if you look at it, and those two over there, and then the water that's in here, I'll just use this to wash this. When this gets down low, I gotta wash this releaser out. The releaser is pretty disgusting. So we're gonna fire up the pressure washer and we'll start washing some tanks. We got trip hazards in here, Bren. You're not gonna sue me if you fall down, are you?
Yes.
All right, we gotta put some gas in that. It seems just like yesterday I was washing these tanks to start the season. Boy, that was a cold day. It was like 15 to 20 degrees in here when I was washing them. All right, we should be good to go here. This is still leaking.
You're sagging, bro.
Sorry. We're gonna plug this into power, which is I got an outlet right up here. What I like to do when I'm doing it, I want to fill this tank up a little bit and then run the water through the pump to rinse out the pump too. That's got any sugar in it. Not kicking on. Why is that not kicking on? Kick the breaker. Must have tried to turn on and it wasn't running, so it kicked the breaker. That's not good. So what happened was I tried to turn my pump on while this was running and I couldn't hear it. I don't know if it kicked. It did kick the breaker. I hope it didn't burn my pump out. Huh.
Looks like you can't do this anymore.
No, I can do it. I just wanted to pump the sap out of that and get it through the pump so it washes the pump out. Unless there's some sort of shut off on that thing. Whatever. We'll let it gravity feed out. So that's a wrap right there. All tanks are clean, RO's clean, the floors are clean. I do a pretty good job at the end of the season because I really will just be in and out of here for the next 4 or 5 months. So all I got left to do is drain out that rest of that water and I think we're good to go. Got to put the covers back on the releaser, but that's a wrap. Everything's poled, 4,400 taps are poled, and everything's cleaned up for the season. So we'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching.